Hi, this is Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com, right back here on WagerTalk TV with your NFL Fade the Public video for Sunday, October the 31st. Yes, it's Halloween. Don't forget to get your pumpkin. And more importantly, don't forget to use promo code Halloween31. All seriousness, it's a fantastic discount for this weekend, Friday through Sunday at WagerTalk.com. It works on every play, every package you buy all weekend long. Use it multiple times. Halloween31 gets it done. 31% discount instantly when you add promo code Halloween31 to your shopping cart. Hey, I'm off to a 9-2, 82% start this NBA season. Number one ranked at Major League Baseball totals this year. Number one ranked in the NBA with that 9-2 start at WagerTalk.com. And I've got a huge college and pro football card for Saturday and Sunday. Now is a great time to use promo code Halloween31 on a long-term subscription. College basketball starts in just over 1.5 weeks. 17-4 start last year in college hoops. Start taking a serious long-term investment and use Halloween31 promo code to save 31% on anything you buy all weekend long. WagerTalk.com. Let's look at the most public plays this week in the NFL. You know, the public did very well last week, by the way, in the NFL. Only one game they were wrong on. And as I say in this video each and every week, this is a filter. I don't always disagree with the public. In fact, I agree with a lot of the public sides once again this week as they've been crushing it the past couple weeks. And we have a lot of lopsided games. In fact, all three of the biggest public sides this week are double-digit favorites. In fact, it's the first time all season that we've had this many double-digit favorites. The public normally stays away from these big dogs, but when they fail to cover week after week, it's not that they're playing against them. They're just not playing the game. So that's where you get one-sided action. And the most public play this week is the Cincinnati Bengals. And what a crazy situation for the New York Jets. You know, last week, the public went against them. The Patriots are a very public play here on this video, as we talked about. But the Jets were coming off a bye week, and I actually personally thought it was a decent spot for them at +7 against New England. They hung tight there. Of course, then they lose Zach Wilson, the number 2 overall pick in the NFL draft, rookie quarterback, who played okay this year. They had the bye week, extra time to prepare, and then all things went south when you got to go with a guy named Mike White, the most generic name ever, and he's a pretty generic quarterback. He was drafted 5th round by the Dallas Cowboys in 2018. He actually played pretty well on the first couple drives last week. Got a touchdown, almost got a second one, missed the 2-point conversion. But then things kind of fell apart. Overall, 200 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. And now the Bengals have an extra week to prepare for him. So it looks like a tough outing for the Jets. But boy, you talk about losing line value. You know, one of the reasons fading the public does win long-term is because you give up line value. And that's exactly the situation here. The look-ahead advanced line last week before the teams played, before Zach Wilson was injured, was going to be the Cincinnati Bengals -3.5 in this game. Now it's 11. It opened 9.5 because of the injury. Now it's up to 11. So you're giving up over a touchdown of value from just a week ago. And another reason is because Cincinnati went into Baltimore and won outright as a 6.5-point dog. I liked the Bengals in that game. It was a strong best bet for my clients at WagerTalk.com. So the combination of the blowout Jets loss, the Bengals' big win has this line inflated. Hard to back New York, obviously, with Mike White at quarterback. But on the surface, by the way, it does not look like a good scheduling spot for Cincinnati. Not only the upset win at Baltimore, but they have a look ahead to the Cleveland Browns on deck next week. This is what we call a sandwich game, going from a touchdown dog win to a double-digit road favorite. But once again, very hard to back the Jets. And the Cincinnati Bengals -11, the most public play this week in the NFL. 2 more double-digit public favorites this week. We're going to go down in rotation order here. They're pretty much all equal. Buffalo Bills -14 makes the cut. Here again, giving up line value. The advanced look-ahead line a week ago before these teams played was going to be Buffalo -11. Now it's 14. And that, of course, is because the Dolphins lost for the 6th straight time in a row. You know, I don't acknowledge week 0 in college football, and I barely acknowledge week 1 in the NFL because it basically is a semi-preseason, as I always say. And that was the case. The Dolphins pulled the upset in New England. Keep in mind, the Patriots outplayed them in that game. Rookie quarterback Mac Jones fumbles at the goal line. Otherwise, they get the winning cover. And the Dolphins otherwise would be 0-7 this year instead of 1-6. And they're 2-5 against the spread. Otherwise, they'd be 1-6 against the number. So understandable why the public wants nothing to do with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, the Buffalo Bills coming off a bye week after that tough Monday night loss against Tennessee, 34-31. They've had the past week off to regroup. Keep in mind that was following that emotional road dog win of the Chiefs. Buffalo should be focused this week. Hey, you're giving up line value. Once again, the look at it was 11. The current line is 14, but hard for me not to agree with this one. The Dolphins would be a tough side to back this week, and the public is heavy on the Buffalo Bills, and in my opinion, for good reason, -14. Going to look at a third big favorite this week that is very public as well, and that's the LA Rams -16. Here again, giving up line value. The look-ahead advanced line a week ago before these teams played was going to be 14. Tyrod Taylor, questionable with a hamstring injury. He's actually been upgraded to just questionable. So whether he goes or not, he's not healthy. And that's another reason the public wants nothing to do with the Texans here. Also combined with the fact the Texans are averaging less than 14 points a game this year, just a miserable team. And, I talked a minute ago about how you shouldn't acknowledge week one in the NFL. Look what the Packers did. They go out and win Thursday night. They've won 7 straight since losing 38-3 in week one to the Saints. Look what the Texans have done. Just like the Dolphins who won in week one, the Texans have gone 0-6 straight up since the Houston Texans pulled that upset in week one over the Jacksonville Jags. So once again, it shows why you have to tread so lightly in week one, which is semi-preseason. As I've told everybody year after year, it's holding up true again. Those results don't always correlate. Now, of course, the LA Rams got a nice winning cover against the Rams. That result did correlate. They've gone 6-1 straight up this season. They do have Tennessee on deck at home before playing the 49ers in Green Bay. So not a huge look ahead. Houston, meanwhile, just continues to struggle offensively. This team has now scored 9 points or less in 4 of their last 5 games, including 5-3 in their past 2, and they shut out 2 games before that. Just a terrible offensive team. Tyrod Taylor injured at quarterback. Maybe it doesn't matter. But it's going to be hard for the Rams not to win by margin, and that's why the public is on them at -16. And once again, hard for me to disagree with that lopsided game. And keep in mind, big favorites in the NFL the last 5 years, as Ralph Michaels has pointed out on numerous shows. We had it on Wager Talk Today last week. Go back and check that episode here on Wager Talk TV. Big favorites are hitting almost 70% the past 5 years in the NFL. So these have been cashing, and we got 3 of them this week. Cincinnati, Buffalo, and LA Rams, very public sides in the NFL. They all go at 1 o'clock Eastern. Got 2 more games I want to talk about. One on the late afternoon card and also the public underdog of the week. Public dogs, always a red flag. We'll get to those 2 in a moment. Just a quick reminder, all weekend long, Halloween 31 gets it done with a 31% discount on every purchase you make. It's so simple. You add that promo code when you check out in your shopping cart, and everything you have in the cart, you get an instant 31% discount. You can use it over and over again, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, as many times as you'd like, for as many plays or packages. Of course, the bigger packages means you save bigger money. And if you've been thinking about a long-term subscription, now's the time to do so for Steve Merril at WagerTalk.com. Number 1 ranked in the NBA this year, 9-2, 82% start. Number 1 this year in MLB totals, World Series still going. College and pro football, huge, powerful cards this Saturday and Sunday. And of course, college basketball starts in about a week. 17-4 start last year in college hoops. What a great time to get a direct subscription and save 31% when you do so with promo code Halloween31. Halloween31 gets it done. WagerTalk.com. Get there faster with shortcut code WT.buzz/SM. Let's look at a play on the late afternoon card that is also pretty public this week, and that's the Tampa Bay Bucs -4.5. Now, look ahead, advanced line a week ago was going to be 4. It's now 4.5, so not much of a change here. Once again, though, I agree with the public here. I think the Bucs are the play. Nice momentum win against Chicago. Obviously, not much of a look at with Washington on deck after their bye week. So the Saints should be fully focused here for this game. The Tampa Bay should be fully focused for this game against the Saints team that's banged up at quarterback. Taysom Hill has not been in there since he got the concussion against Washington 2 games ago. That offense really struggled this past Monday night with Jameis Winston at the helm. 13 points only at Seattle. Now they have to play a very good Tampa team, one of the only 5 Super Bowl champs in the past 50 years that returns all 22 starters from a Super Bowl championship team. This is the best team in the NFL, and with their 6-1 record, they will improve. So the public likes them at -4.5, and it's difficult for me to disagree. So the Tampa Bay Bucs also at 4:25 Eastern, a very public side. Now, there is one public side that I disagree with this week, and it's actually the most public underdog of the week. And as you know, when the public is on a dog, it's always a red flag in any sport because they usually play favorites and overs. And the most public underdog this week in the NFL goes early at 1 o'clock Eastern, and that's the Detroit Lions +3.5. Public is on the Detroit Lions, the 0-7 straight up Detroit Lions. Now, figure that one out. I can't personally. I guess it's more of a play against the 2-5 Philadelphia Eagles, who should not be laying more than a field goal against anybody. At least that's how the public thinks. I disagree. I think the Eagles are the play in this game. I think they get a nice step down in class here after playing Tampa and Las Vegas, and it's a very winnable game for the Eagles. Now, their only win this season, except in week 1, was by 3 points against Carolina. Of course, they blew out Atlanta back in week 1. We all know how those results, as I keep saying, don't necessarily correlate. I'm well aware of that. But I think this is a good spot for Philly. It's a huge step down in class against a Detroit team that is 0-7 straight up. They've gone under 5 straight. Once again, really struggling offensively. And you'll notice the theme with a lot of the teams that the public was fading this week. The Jets, for example, The Dolphins a little bit, and especially the Texans. Bad offensive teams lack the backdoor cover potential, and that's why it's hard to back them even getting big numbers. Really surprised that the public is on Detroit here. And keep in mind, the first public underdog on this video about a month ago was Detroit against Chicago, and the Bears won and covered that game and won by 10 points. For some reason, the public is backing the Lions again this week. And the Lions could have a little bit of a flat spot after that Matthew Stafford game last week against the LA Rams. They also have 2 road games on deck. This is their only home game in a 4-game span. And I think the value is actually with Philadelphia minus the 3.5. Don't fall for this public dog this week. Detroit Lions, a team that has scored 17 or less in 6 straight games. They're going to struggle again this week. The public likes them for some reason. I disagree. So fade that public dog. Philadelphia Eagles minus 3.5, worth a look. Hey, those are your most public sides this week in the NFL. Once again, public's not always wrong. In fact, I agree with a lot of them this week, as you've heard here on this video. Use it as a filter, though, because you are giving up line value in most of those games, as is often the case. And don't forget, if you want my official best bets for Saturday college football, Sunday pro football, Major League Baseball World Series, and my number 1 ranked NBA off to an 82% start this year, go to WagerTalk.com and take advantage of a fantastic Halloween special with promo code Halloween31. Gets everything you put in your cart this week in a 31% discount instantly. Use it multiple times over and over again. Every purchase, every play, every subscription, 31% off instantly with promo code Halloween31. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. Thanks for watching. As always, have a fantastic Halloween. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what your costumes are this weekend, whenever you're dressing up. You can dress up in the summer too if you'd like. Let me know if you got some sports-related costumes. I'm sure many of you do. And most importantly, subscribe, click the thumbs up, like the videos, and hit that bell if you want to know when my college football top 25 video and this NFL Fade the Public video is instantly posted each and every weekend. Don't forget, WagerTalk.com, Halloween31, great promo code. Like, subscribe, and comment below. And check back every day right here on Wager Talk TV for great information. Best of luck this weekend. I'll talk to you again soon.